Righto guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little something special for you. Got a special guest, mate. It's not often we have special guests on the show. This bloke has his own YouTube channel. I have referenced him a few times before if you watch my cooking segments. Probably the last one would be up in Arnhem Land where I cooked some mud crab and I made a nice chili dish out of it. You know, so think back, think back. Anyway, his name is Harry Fisher. I'm going to walk over here. He's pulled up. He's actually sorted us out well. Well, say good day first, anyway. Say good day, Harry.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good
to meet you.
I've actually never met this bloke, mate.
Yeah.
Eh? So there you go. The token handshake. But Harry actually works with a company or a brewery down here in Margaret River called Colonial, which is in the background here. And luckily, Eamon, the general manager, he's hooked us up. We're camping on the property. Gonna have a bit of a cook up, Harry style. So his channel is called
Fire to Fork. Well, actually, no, sorry. But this weekend it's called Solid Fuel Barbecue to Fork, because we're not allowed to say the F word.
There you go. So it is actually fire restriction season, but Harry being Harry, this is his job. He's got all the right permits in place. We've talked to the fire safety officers in the area. We've rung the police at Dunsborough, and we've got all the safety things in order to have a solid fuel barbecue in front of this big dam.
Yeah.
So there you go. Exactly. That's the admin out of the way.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fire to Fork's his channel. I'll drop in all the stuff down here. The Savo, what we're going to do, we're going to have a couple of quiet beers at Colonial. I'm going to cook on the fire the way I cook for Harry, and Harry's going to cook on the fire something for us.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to show you the gear he uses, the gear I use, and you'll probably get a few more tips off this fella than you do me. But there's going to be some nice beers and some bloody good food. Sound good?
I'm stoked.
Righto, I'm going to walk you through Harry's setup, give you a bit of an intro about him, what he does, and then we'll show you what we're going to cook later, eh?
So, I started off as a corporate accountant. So I did corporate finance for 10 odd years. Went to uni, did all that stuff. Wore a suit and tie for 10 years, and gave it in. And I gave it in to go and find another corporate job. And then I had this little side thing called Fire to Fork, which is an Instagram page. And I never found that job. I decided to employ myself, or as my mates still call me, unemployed. So Fire to Fork was an accidental little thing that I did, and basically I got sick of the industry where, or the food situation with camping, which was, there were two extremes. One was a presenter who didn't know anything about food telling you how to cook, and the other extreme was chefs and hipsters giving you like 48 ingredient meals that you can't actually make out in the bush. And I was like, surely there's a happy medium. My mum's a chef. I had a bit of a cooking background in that sense, like I'd always grown up around good food, and I was like, well, I'll just do it, bugger it.
Mate, I've got a question about that. So you've grown up around the cooking background. Did you grow up in a camping background?
Yeah. So my dad is Zimbabwean, and he was in the Air Force and grew up on a farm and all that kind of stuff. So he was very good at camping, although he didn't want to go camping with us. It was really interesting because of his Air Force time, he actually was sick. He was doing like 6 weeks in the bush, 6 weeks in town. He was sick of the bush. So my mum convinced him to go camping again, and he went and finally actually enjoyed it because he could have a beer in his hand and he had his kids, and all of a sudden he's exploring Australia. And so he actually got into it, and the enthusiasm from him got us into it. So it worked really well. So I had the chef and the good camper and exploring and all the rest of it. And we had, growing up, had connection to the cattle station up in the Kimberley. So we used to go and do that and go fishing and all that kind of stuff. So those two like married up really, really nicely growing up.
And blended together to create
that guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
The reason I reached out to Harry, guys, is because a lot of my audience has said, well, you should hook up with Harry because you know I love me cooking and all that sort of stuff. And so I knew he was in the southwest, and I hit him up, and lo and behold, here we are. So, cheers, mate. Righto, Harry's going to take me for a walk around his gear, just show you his four-wheel drive and his Cub camper setup. So he's not full-time on the road, he lives in Perth and just gets away as much as he can. So no need for a big caravan and all the fruit like us. And sometimes I actually envy it. Look at it, he got here and set up in like 2 minutes. No kids, so simple. Anyway, Harry, let's start with the car, mate. Quick rundown, walk us around the 4B and the camper.
This is my 2020 RAV5. So it's a Prado VX. It's pretty stock inside, pretty basic, but comfy and air-conditioned seats. I mean,
it looks the goods. I was just telling you before, it's one of the nicest setup Prados you see on the roads. Just simple but capable, and it actually looks pretty sexy, bro. I reckon it's good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, I had a guy come up to me. He's like, I've never seen a Prado I liked, but I like this one. Cheers.
So storage in the back, what do you got?
Custom drawers, those Pro Camp Solution drawers, Snowmaster 82 litre fridge, 150 amps of lithium, all the Red Arc gear, you know, inverter, all that stuff, airbags, lights everywhere, just single drawer because I'm towing now.
Yeah.
And then another
sick
table and whatnot with some storage under there.
That's killer.
Everything's stainless as usual.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure I've seen on your channel you've got a full rig rundown vid you've done yourself on this.
I have, yeah.
So I'll drop that in up here so you can check out all the specs, mate.
Yeah. Air, water, all that stuff, all on hose reels.
Yeah.
You know, it's all.
Anything, I'm going to ask you a question. If you could do one thing to a Prado if you own one, what would it be? Best value mod?
Best value mod, this table. Man,
oh, true.
Just honestly, off the shelf, stainless, good quality table, not like a, you know, look, I've seen people make some pretty good homemade jobbies. Because it's all folded and done properly, it's actually really rigid and nice.
Perfect.
And man, and then you get all the storage behind it, and like it's actually really good. Breadboard locked in, and it makes that rear door actually useful.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, and camper. Give us a run.
Cub Frontier.
Yep.
Brand new. Heaps of storage everywhere.
Forward fold.
Forward fold. Hot water system, 200 amps of lithium, all the Red Arc gear again. My hot water system's turned off. And king bed in the front, little dinette sort of area in there. Pretty simple kitchen, but plenty of space and stuff like that. Extra storage boxes on the back. 9 kilos of gas at the front. That takes me about 9 years to get through because I don't use much gas, except for my hot water system. It's really quick and easy. But the thing is, it weighs less than 1,200 kilos.
Perfect for the Prado.
Perfect for the Prado.
And payload, you got like 800 kilos of payload.
Yeah, so it's a 1,900 capacity,
yeah.
And it's only 1185.
That's good.
So
no, seriously, I'm actually jealous to watch him set it up. It's just like cranks it over. Gone are the days. I was saying, me and Beck had a Ford, like a soft floor camper years ago when we had 2 kids. Man, when we vowed never ever again to have one. But these were never around then. And I reckon we might have changed our minds.
And the soft floor probably weighed like a ton.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
like,
mate,
it wouldn't have even been much lighter.
The arguments we had setting that thing up and tucking it away was horrendous.
Yeah, and because it's spring loaded, it's not like some of the Ford folds that, like, you have to then set all the poles and tension everything, and like, none of that.
No, I rate
just
it.
like spring it.
All right, that's it. That's a quick rundown. Full kitchen on this side.
Yeah, kitchen on this side.
Cooking gear set up over here.
And some little black crabs over here for later on.
Oh, there we go. We'll do that now, actually, and we'll get the menu out and tell you what we're going to cook a bit later, eh?
So these are from the family farm.
Oh.
It's obviously out of season, so these are from a private dam, just so we're clear. You can see they're frozen, and they should be good, mate. You haven't tried one of these
before,
have
not
you?
had one of those, no.
So yeah, it's like a...
Are they a WA thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a Southwest WA thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so very... cost a fortune. Like, you can get them in flash restaurants in Sydney and stuff.
Yep.
So expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm keen.
They're
so
like
keen.
a couple of $100 a kilo in Sydney.
All right, there you go. That is a quick rundown of Harry's gear, mate. Check out the links up here that I've dropped in. You can check out some more info, and you can bother him with your questions, not me. All right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Menu is up next. Righto, on the Colonial menu tonight, mate, is I don't know how we're going to get through all this food, eh?
I don't know. Hopefully the kids are hungry.
Oh, I know, I'll smash a fair bit of this because I've been holding off. I had a light lunch just so I could enjoy this. This is my side. I'll talk about that in a minute. Harry, what do you got, mate? I'm so keen for this.
Mate, I haven't been cheap on this one, so I've got some WA marron, as if they're from anywhere else.
So you just cut in. You said they're like expensive restaurant quality.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for one of those in a restaurant?
In Sydney, you'd be looking at about $100
Holy hell!
for one. So we're probably got a grand worth.
Doing it tough.
We've got Margaret River Wagyu.
Nice.
So this is in Sydney $400 a kilo.
Jesus.
So we haven't been cheap, but I got these from the family farm, and I've got a mate who works at Margaret River Wagyu, hooks me up with that for like not $400 a kilo out of the staff fridge. Spuds, they were very expensive, nearly $2 a kilo.
You're lucky you found some, mate. Woolies is pretty bare these days.
Yeah, it is. And I got some. I was actually going to get field mushrooms, but I couldn't get them, so I went and got some king oyster mushrooms, which should be pretty good.
Nice.
Cough all that up. Mate, that should be a pretty bloody good feed. We've got a whole bunch more marron than that, so... Yeah.
I'm keen, I'm keen to see what you do with it.
You haven't had a marron before, have you?
No, never.
Perfect.
All right.
Great.
All right, here you go.
So look here.
Switch. Righto, me, if you followed my channel, you've probably seen this meal 1,000 times, but I know Harry hasn't, and I'm spicing it up a bit with a few extra treats, and I've tried to keep it all local produce from Margs, right? Because there's heaps on offer down here. You got wine, meat, fruit, veggies, all that sort of stuff. So we've been here for a week or so, and we've gone around and found some. The only thing that's not local, obviously, is the broccolini and the corn. That's from good old Woolies. But this here is my favourite. If you haven't had broccolini, mate, it will change your life. I love that stuff. Anyway, Cowramup Butcher. Is that how you say Cowramup, Harry?
Cowramup.
Cowramup.
Well, everyone calls it Cowtown here.
I'm just going to call it Cowtown or Cowie because that's what the locals call it. I've been here nearly 2 weeks. I reckon I'm a token local. So, Scotch fillet, grass fed, they reckon. I can't tell the difference, but I've had a few and they are bloody delicious. Some, what would you call that? Prosciutto, there you go. It's actually not, it's like a Spanish serrano or something.
Oh yeah?
It's the same sort of,
Yeah.
looks the same, but it's all I could get.
Come on.
A bit of camembert from Margaret River Dairy, a sweet potato, a capsicum, salt and pepper, and these here, mate, are figs, fresh figs from a 100-year-old fig tree at Springwaters Estate, from back in the settlement. So I'm gonna do them. I tried a few. I've done a bit of a practice run on all this. You cut it open, put a bit of camembert inside, wrap it in prosciutto, cook it on the barbecue, mate, bit of relish on top. Whew. So there you go, that's a quick rundown. I'll show you prepping and a few tips before we cook it, because there's something I do to my steak every time and I swear by it. You're gonna love it.
I'm keen to see this, very keen.
So keen. We were just talking, mate. The only reason I love cooking so much is because I love eating, and I reckon Harry might be the same.
I'm exactly the same, yeah.
Prep time. Hey, this is my #1 tip. Everything else I'm gonna do is super easy. It's just vegetables on the fire. I'll show you later. But the steak, mate, I actually, I can't take credit for it fully, because I seen it on a show ages ago, Jamie Oliver, one of those cooker shows, but it's super easy and I swear by it. Any steak, I reckon you could have like a cheaper cut steak, and if you do this method and leave it for a few hours, it just seems to work, mate. I'll ask Harry in a minute, he might know if there's a reasoning behind it. To me, I reckon it just lets it sweat a bit, lets the meat relax, and also a bit of seasoning at the same time. But paper towel is all you're gonna need. Grab your steaks, whatever they are, put them down, straight on the paper towel, like so, and then just salt and pepper each side, flip it over and wrap it in paper towel. And not a heap of salt, just sort of a bit either side like so, a bit of pepper.
That'll absorb the surface moisture, which means you'll get a better sear.
Ah, see, there is a bit of science behind it. There you go. So wrap it well so the flies don't get it. Normally I'll just sit it on the bench of my caravan. You can let it get to room temp for like 2 to 3 hours before I cook it, just like that. And just quietly, how are you going to cook those potatoes?
On fire, 100% on fire.
I reckon he's going to cheat. I think he's going to cheat. That, my friend, is me done.
All right, I'm going for the path of least resistance here, because we want to get this going fast. So a couple of tinder shreds in there, blowtorch, just make it happen. And then, oh, cheers, mate.
How good is it when someone can hold the camera for you?
Oh, it's so good. This is so much easier.
That stuff's gold.
Yeah, it burns for 8 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it's nuts.
What's it made out of?
It is... these things?
Yeah.
They are pine, but they're paraffin wax.
Oh.
Yeah, so they actually smell pretty good. Yeah, but they're water resistant and they can take a flint spark and all that kind of stuff.
Killer.
There you go.
There you go.
Add it to your...
Is that for me?
Yeah, add it to your...
Big ripper. What else you got?
Heaps.
I just want to show you my corn ribs, how I quickly prep them. That's all them on a plate. This is, I got this from a wholesale food joints in Exmouth. It was $5 for a whole bag of taco seasoning. How good's that? It's a little bit spicy for the kids, so I try not to put too much on. But avocado oil in a thingo. Give it a quick spray like that. And then literally you can use any seasoning you want. Like, it doesn't have to be spicy taco stuff. It could be barbecue stuff, whatever. Just dust a bit of this over the top. And then
put it on all of it.
put it, no, it'll be light, darling. And then, that'll do. It's not too much. And then you just give it a rub. So it sort of goes in amongst the corn kernels. And then that there, you wait till they're done. Oh, mate. You'll be doing this at home, mate. They are so good. Just to save a heap of questions from you guys, I'm going to get Harry to tell you what gear he's using. So before we get cooking, what is this contraption, mate? Because it's bloody...
It's cool, isn't it?
It is cool.
Yeah, so this is the Osprey Compact Bri. I know it's not very compact, but it's, trust me, it's more compact.
It was
than
when you, before you set it
traditional
up.
Bri is... Actually, this weighs less than that.
Oh, there you go.
Unbelievably. Yeah, so it's cool. It just like swivels around and you can adjust the height and stuff. It's a little bit bigger than that, so that's like 450, this is 500 wide. Yeah, I love it. This has a permanent place in my camper now.
It's a good height because you don't have to bend over to cook and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. Even with the like riser on that, this is still nice and tall. And you can have it short. It's got 3 different leg settings and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yep. Sorted.
That is the Red Rose fire pit, which you've seen 100 times.
Yep.
You know, height adjustable. Everyone makes them. I think the Red Rose one is the best quality. Just having done a bit of R&D on.
Yeah. Well, this one, just for you guys who watch my channel, this is the same one we've had for a long time. We don't use the whole fire pit itself anymore. We just use the riser just to save on weight. But I tell you what, it's a killer setup. And the grill rack out of this barbecue is what we use. That's hanging off the big swinging old mate over here. That's it. Yeah.
So,
happy days.
And it's all stainless, everything's stainless. This is a higher grade of stainless, which is really good. But yeah, and then the tripod, just hit up Justin for all the links on.
No, we've talked about that.
Yeah, you can't get these. So.
But you've never seen it. We just managed to put an extra leg in because Harry's got the same tripod. We just put an extra extension piece in so we can swing it over the top of his high fire.
It with the riser.
Yeah.
So that riser is what you use the fire.
Can you make it
is,
taller?
mate. Yeah, with the mesh top. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, you can make it even taller. Go as high as you want. Depends how many tripods you have.
But that's the gear. So yeah, anyway, that's a quick rundown and then we'll start cooking and you'll see how it works later. I'm so keen. How's this? Look at this. Sun going down. Hey? Oh.
Cold beer.
You keen for a feed,
Can I have
boys?
a cold lemonade?
Or if you can go and find one, you can have one. I know there's none in the fridge, so they're out of luck. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to put this. Oh, hang on. These March flies are feral. Put these figs together. So you grab one, cut it in half, you scoop half the inside out, put a piece of camembert in there. Camembert. Put the other half back on, try and match them up. Then grab a bit of this prosciutto or serrano and wrap him around the fig like so. Use a few more if you need. And then with a toothpick, slap him straight through the guts. Hang on. Like so. That'll keep the prosciutto on there. And then to make it easier to cook, I'm going to put them on a barbecue skewer. So I'll put them all together like so. Then you only have to turn them the one time. Chuck them on, flip them over, do it 4 sides and you're done. Then you can slide them all off. Be a nice little entree. Cover it in oil so it doesn't stick to the grill, otherwise all your prosciutto falls off when you try and turn it. Anyway, slap that straight on there. Nice, sizzle, sizzle. Now I was just telling Harry, good trick of mine, if you get a bit too much flame under there, because it's on this swing and chain setup, you just give it a bit of a spin. And then it doesn't sit there in the one spot so you don't burn the crap out of everything. That is our entree, mate. This is my entree anyway. This is, what do we call it? I'm going to call it a prosciutto fig surprise. Does that sound all right? Because Harry's our guest, I'm going to slide one off. I'm going to grab the camera.
How's this? I have a cameraman as well.
What's the toothpick, mate?
I have a cameraman and a cook.
You need to try the first one and let me know.
It's gonna, let's see if it explodes.
Is it too hot? Oh, that's the cheese. Is it good?
Oh, that's so good.
You're not
I hope
lying,
you're not
are
lying
you?
to me.
No, that's actually really good. Actually, the camembert I thought would be too mild.
Yeah.
It's not. It's great.
It's good?
What
I was
camembert's
thinking I
that?
wanted blue, but I didn't know if you like blue
No,
cheese
I
or
love
not.
blue cheese. And the camembert's good because otherwise I think it would be slightly too salty.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Becky's my most critical of tasters, so if it's good,
Can I try one?
It's really good. It's like sweet but salty.
yeah.
I
Dad,
really
can I try
rate it.
one?
I thought the skin would
Yeah.
be gross, but it's really nice.
Do you kids want to have a marron? Try a marron first?
What's a marron?
Before
What's
we,
a marron?
because we're going to cook them later on. It's like a little freshwater crayfish.
No. Yes.
Okay, so this is basically how I do my marron. Really simple. All you do is finely slice garlic. Don't dice it. So that means two ways. You want to finely slice it so it's not as intense. Now this is for the kids, so I'm not going to do too much garlic in this. The grub on my hands is not dirt. It's a bit of charcoal. It's clean dirt. For fire cooking anyway. So, grab one marron, you chuck a bit of the garlic in there, a bit of salt, not going to put pepper on because it's kids, then a bit of very high quality olive oil, higher quality olive oil the better, and we're going to throw that on the fire.
I don't think I want to try one.
Good.
Can you hold that board for a second?
Oh, that's a big
Thank
one.
you.
What
Okay,
is that?
so we're going to chuck that on there,
It's a freshwater thingy.
freshwater crayfish.
Yum.
No, I'll try.
Yeah, I'll try.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Oh, no way.
Mmm.
You
Is
gonna
it
go,
good?
Bearsy?
It's okay.
Is it actually good? Yeah. I've never had it, so I don't know.
Can I have some? You right?
That's cool that it just
Bearsy will
pulled out
tell you
of
the
there.
truth.
Oh, it's super tender.
Here you go. In the gob there. What do you reckon? I think that was garlic.
I hate that bit.
That was garlic.
Oh yeah.
Eat the cray.
I actually think that's better than like a painted cray.
You're joking. Really?
Yeah, I do. That's
That, well,
Lucky I caught it.
that's actually big because
Have a
Beck
crack.
doesn't like cray.
I love it.
I didn't expect it to come out of the shell like that.
It's really soft and tender.
I love it.
Oh man.
It's really nice.
No, that is actually
Yeah.
really nice.
I love it, but I hate
You know what that strikes me is it doesn't have that sinewy skin outlay like a crayfish or
Yeah.
saltwater one.
Way more tender.
It is.
Wow.
That whereas a painted is like a bit chewy, sort of.
And if
yeah,
you went to
that's-
grab it, the whole tail comes
Yeah,
in.
that's really tender and
Dad,
it's
Oh, man.
flavoursome though.
we're almost there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
See?
That's plenty there.
Yeah,
I thought that was stuck.
eat that.
It's a bit like spicy.
It's really nice.
That's good.
You like that?
Like that.
Mate, we need to get marron in our dam. Do marron go in Queensland?
Tell us, do marron grow in Queensland? I think it's going to be too warm.
Damn. Look out, Bearsy.
My name is Jack, and I like to rap. No, I don't. I like to guitar though.
Over here, Rooster. All right. Hey, bit of an update. I'm just doing a bit of the corn ribs for the kids. We just tried the marron and we're mate, blown away by how
Dead
good
set.
that was. But I'm going to put the steaks on so the kids can get fed with steak and veg. And then me and Harry can sit down. Yes, you too. Me and Harry can sit down with a glass of vino and a few stubs and get stuck into his meal. So, quick spray with oil and then I just put it straight on. Mate, look at this. This is grass-fed Scotchy, about 1.5 inches thick. Ooh, ready? Ooh, hoo, hoo. Love it.
Gonna look good.
Boom. There you go. Hang on a second. We're getting there.
Which way are you going? Yeah.
Nothing runs smoothly when you're trying to cook and film with kids. Don't worry about that. But we're used to that. I'm just going to put the rest of the veggies on. Steaks are going well. Look at that. It's about 5 minutes aside. They're nearly 2 inches thick, or probably 1.5 inches thick, those scotchies. Love a thick scotchie, it's my favourite cut. Anyway, this is all the veg. Literally just a bit of a spray of oil.
Sick.
Done like that, right? And then I just throw them on. And when they're done, you pull them off, put them on the platter board, sit there. If you need to, you can cover them up, but I reckon those steaks won't be too far off, medium-wise. But there you go. Thinly cut sweet potato. Chuck that on.
Sweet potato.
That's sweet potato.
That's our dinner, love.
Throw them on. And then, yeah, I'll chuck the rest of this on. We've got sweet potato, broccolini, and red capsicum.
Yum.
That's my favourite 3 veg on the barbie. Don't worry about that.
Mum.
Throw these over here.
3 veg.
Look at this. Actually, how good is this, Beck, having such a big plate?
Yeah.
Normally I do all this on the Weber or on this tiny little rack. So having a bit extra space is killer.
Really.
And you know what's even better is having even heat. Normally it's like a fire with like random sticks and the kids constantly throw extra timber on and it flares up and it goes down and you're like, oh, what am I doing? And I keep spinning this rack so everything doesn't burn. This is actually primo. Always leave the broccoli to last. I like that to stay a little bit crunchy. So there you go. That's my hot tips. All right.
Aren't these great?
Oh, they're so good, man.
Oh.
This to cook on is my favourite thing to cook on, and I've got like a fleet of these.
I love it.
I can't go past this.
I think we have to get one.
We'll see how we go. I will just kind of show you the finished product up
How about we,
because the rest of it is just watch
tell
this, make sure
Charlie
it doesn't burn, and then serve it up.
I wish I was above the center of attention, but I'm not. I wish I didn't have to give in to the pressure.
What do you reckon about the corn ribs?
I reckon they're a little bit spicy, but they're really nice.
They're good, huh?
But the worst thing about them is they get stuck in my teeth.
What's your favourite part of this meal, Bill?
The meat?
The meat?
Is that your favourite?
The steak. Look at that. God, it looks good. Look at the colours. It's wicked.
My favourite part's the broccolini.
Broccolini is life. Special delivery, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Before the vultures demolish it. There you go.
Thank you.
Bit of corn rib in here, bit of spice.
I'll put this all here.
Bit of, Hey, bit of dinner on the job, bro.
Thank you. This is so good. I wasn't just starved.
You don't get that every day.
No. I never get food delivered to me while I cook.
Good.
Everyone's making the same noises.
Well, that means it's a winner.
I like that you guys eat all this vegetable.
What's for our dinner?
This is good food, isn't it?
What's for our dinner?
Hmm?
What's for our dinner?
This is your
I
dinner.
was being sarcastic.
For the first time
in forever.
I hate that song.
But your eyes singing, let it go, let it go. What?
Beautiful, Dale.
I'm not touching anything.
Mum's being sarcastic.
No, I'm not.
So, let's do my spuds, which are just spuds I parboiled, definitely not on a gas cooker, and tons of olive oil. So I'm going to put like 5 mil in the bottom of the thing, just send it with the olive oil. Salt. Lid on. And you don't want to stir these. It's really counterintuitive, but you don't actually want to stir them. So let's go and hang it up. Okay.
Come and get
I'll hang this guy up here.
Come and get me.
This thing's about as straight as Elton John. It's going well.
I heard a good joke the other day.
Here we go.
You know what? You know why Elton John doesn't like lettuce?
No.
He's a rocket man.
Oh,
See, Harry gets it.
such a dad joke.
See, you have to be a dad, you wouldn't get it.
Oh dear.
So I want to do this quite slowly. There's a claw there.
Mum, how do you think?
Hey, can you tell me, is the claw like a lot sweeter, like a mud crab?
Not really, actually. It's actually a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. It's good, but it's not like I don't go out of my way to get them.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks a bit more,
a bit more adult.
yeah, lighter. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, please.
Move that up, out of the way. That'll get rid of the flare up. I might throw some zucchini on. Throw some shrooms on. Some naked dancing shrooms. Then we should be good for a while.
What do you reckon we pair this with a Margaret River?
Oh, I love Domaine Naturalist actually.
Sauvignon Blanc Semillon. Is that how you'd say that?
SBS? Yep, SBS.
SBS, that's heaps easy.
Yep.
Would you like my stainless blue cup or my Cooper Pedy Piccolo cup?
I think I like the piccolo.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Damn, that's my favourite cup.
Yeah, I know. I could see that as the way you were holding it back, and I was like, it makes me want it more.
There you go. There's nothing like class around here, mate.
Thank
This
you.
is how we go. It's actually a really nice wine.
Mm.
All right, tell me about this. What's going on?
We've got a bit of marron. This is the adult version.
The adult version.
So, a bit more flavour in this one.
Bit chilly.
A little bit, but like, it's not spicy. But it's just got that chili, like infused flavour.
Look at that. Mate, I am converted.
You're a marron man?
I'm a marron man. I am actually a marron man. I've
Yeah.
followed a lot of people along the years and they always, from my point of view, they always carry on about marron. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's freaking freshwater crayfish. Holy shit.
They're good, aren't they?
They're really
They're
good.
really good.
No wonder they carry on.
This is vegan meat.
The mushy. I haven't had a mushy yet. Oh, I don't know if I want to waste any space on a mushy. Or
Have
do
a bite.
Do I want to eat all that?
We've still got wagyu
Oh, you're kidding.
and roast
Let's
potatoes.
go.
I get the feeling there'll be some leftovers. All right, I've overcated as usual.
But if I had to take, if you had a choice, would you choose this end or this
That end?
This end.
Yeah,
True.
not the head,
Not that end.
just the tip.
Hang on a second.
Don't make eye contact.
I'm glad I did that. Oh wow.
It's like, you know the bloke's rules for eating a banana?
No.
Short, sharp bites, no eye contact.
It makes sense.
Go chuck some steaks on.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Feel wagyu.
All right, we've eaten quite a lot, so I'm going to do one steak, I think.
Oh what?
I think you'd be right. So this is a 9-score Wagyu sirloin.
Oh, Jesus.
That's probably like an $80 steak
Jesus.
for that.
Get into it.
You can see the marbling and stuff.
mate.
It's insane.
Did
We can cook another one.
Did you pull that straight out of the fridge?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, straight out of the fridge.
Happy day.
Good to go. All right, bit of salt.
Oh.
Some people don't like pepper straight on because it burns the pepper. I really like roasted peppercorns, so
Yeah, how about that?
yeah, get into it.
He's all chained up because he was being naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks the goods.
Finally, the potatoes.
Oh, look at that.
reckon?
Mate, it looks legit. Yeah.
I think we already dropped some, did you?
Oh,
It melts, doesn't it?
it fully melts. I was like,
I have no food.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm stoked you like it, mate.
He thinks we already dropped
Hon.
some.
It's steak and potato.
Where's my beer?
Like, how bloody good could it get?
I have probably found more ways to get away with cooking steak and potatoes on this channel than like any other meal. No,
Yeah.
without a doubt, any other meal. I've cooked steak and potatoes on this channel. Like, there are very few repeats on this channel. But steak and potatoes is definitely one.
I just got the tiny good.
And you know why? Because it's my favourite
Because it's
bloody
bloody
meal.
good. Yeah.
And because I know I'm pretty good at making it.
Oh, I'm gonna call this a good night,
And this is a great night, mate.
and I'm super stoked that we've caught up. I've learnt heaps off you,
It's great to catch up.
mate. It's great to put a name or put a face to the name.
Yeah, and
Hang
we're
out.
not, neither of us are going anywhere, so I'm sure I'll see you again.
We'll be around.
Yeah.
And next year, Harry's been telling me his plans for next year. I won't let them out of the bag,
No, they're good though.
but we might be able to catch up again.
I think we can.
Massive cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers to you. Cheers to Colonial. Cheers
Yeah.
to Wagyu. Cheers to potatoes. And cheers to Margaret River.
See you in the next one.
Happy days.
Cheers. Oh, Wagyu. Doesn't get old.
Potato. Happy potatoes, get old.
Oh, I ain't gonna live like this no more. Most my life's been waging war till I found peace. I could've swore what she did shook me to the core, and I ain't gonna live like that no